Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, my name is Ryan. I'm an owner-operator. I run a flatbed. I show securement. I show what I haul. I tell where I go. I drive a 2019 Freightliner. I work on it on occasion. Pretty mechanical. Talk about securement decently in depth so you could learn something. But if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're not new here and you watched the last video, I left you off with 3 scissor lifts.
Boom, 1, 2, 3, there's those scissor lifts I left you guys with.
That I picked up throughout Florida at 3 different locations, took those out to Laredo, dropped those off, and then I reloaded with a big AC unit and then a smaller one in the back. Fortunately, didn't get any video of the smaller one. It's nothing special, it's all wrapped up. But you catch me here mid-trip with that AC unit, and then I unloaded that in Omaha, reloaded with some steel rebar out of Sioux City, Iowa, took that to Denver, ended up going home working on the truck. We got the visor remounted that got ripped off in the wind in Wyoming. Got new dash camera set up with 3 cameras, 2 out the blind spot off the mirrors. And then I did reinstall my fender. Not this video, but I got it in the next one. But I'm here in Florida once again. Good weather. It's a little warm, a little muggy. Trying to hide in the shade. But doing some video editing, so let's get right into it.
Alright, I apologize. I have not filmed this load really one bit. It's a chiller, so let me show you. So I picked this up in Laredo. It's like a 21-foot unit. There's tiny little boxes, which are the feet for it. And I had another unit on the back that I dropped off in Van Buren, Arkansas. Real simple though. Chain it down. On these big ones, you chain it on the sides. I also had a chain up front that I already took off, and it wrapped here, went back, and then I'm sorry, it wrapped here, went down and across. So yeah, that's all. Not much to this load. It's funny, from Mexico they had it placard with flammable, but it actually doesn't need flammable placards. That is the UN number 3358, and that signifies what Freon is in it, but the Freon is such a small amount that it's a limited quantity is what you'd call it, and it's only like 142 pounds of Freon, so no need to do that. But we're here at this crane place, and they've got quite a few of these buggers stored. So anyway, sorry I haven't been in. I was busy, not like I wasn't in the filming mood. Just had a heck of a couple weeks. Lost a mud flap, still brokenhearted about that. And that's because if you look here, see how this edge is chewed up? I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyway, and that edge is chewed up. Like these bolts are still here, but these ones at the edge just broke off. I had mud flap weight holders deals so they didn't sway. And it did not like that steel against the stainless. Lost a fender bracket. The bracket itself broke. The welds. This is the bracket. The welds. Ain't that some shit, right? And then, as I showed in the last video, we lost our visor in the wind of Wyoming. So yeah, the poor girl, just going through a heck of a week. Oh, and then these bolts are getting loose and backing out. So we're grabbing a load after this and heading to the house, so I'll be able to take care of these things, get her back to somewhat decent shape. All right, next load is some rebar. As we can see here, anyone recognize the facility? Loading with the overhead crane, taking it out to Commerce City. We are here loading up in Sioux City, Iowa. Well, it's been a little bit of a project, but we have blind spot on the driver's side, blind spot on the passenger, and then the dash cam, they're hooked up. Still got to tuck the wires and put that door panel back together, but I dig it. And it is saving, like recording on dash cam, so that's cool. All right, well, it was a balancing act, but with the new rivet tool, I got new rivets,
These three sizes, M10, M12, and then half by 13. The biggins are in the top. The mediums are in the bottom of all of these. And then the smalls are in the shade. So they fit the holes, and fuck, it was a balancing act up on this thing and squeezing with all my force. So like normally there's a screw and this screws on, right? And you have the arms extended like that, and then you squeeze and it pulls. And as you can see, the threads are down there and the soft is right there where these lines are. That's soft, and this is threaded on the inside, and so it squishes this part. And yeah, got some new rivets in there. That's cool. All right, so I'm putting my visor back on. So on the mount, I drilled a hole in the middle that's normally not there, and I put this style spring out, you know, freaking, and that's gonna go in the center hole, which is where like your light main wires go through. And then up top, drilled that out, and down below, drilled that out bigger because we have some big bolts. This is a half by 13 on the thread pitch, and this is a M12. Both of these are 19 millimeter heads, and I put rivets in there. Okay, so that's what I do. And then we put some silicone, water silicone, or like sealant, you know, windshield silicone, to keep water out. So that is what we're doing right now for the mounts. So these Cascadia visors are freaking huge. Mine in particular is 18 inches. I don't know how big these brackets are, but anyway, we got them all mounted. Bolt with a rivet, screw with that like alligator mouth clamp thing, and then another bolt with a rivet. So there's 3 points of like pressure on this. I mean, these visors are huge, like I mentioned. I had wind, such bad crosswind. I was heading up I-25, and the wind got under and freaking pulled the mounts out of the center top, and it started whap, 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 broke my windshield. So I had to pull off on the next shoulder. My buddy was on the phone with me. He's like, did you just blow a steer tire? And anyway, it's been a headache ever since, like, because the way these are in the fiberglass and just how much freaking pressure. And I ask other people, I'm like, dude, do yours vibrate if they have a visor? And they say no. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? So anyway, I would normally mount it, because you have this gap. It's like, I don't know, an inch. I would always mount them down low, because I want that sucker low. I want to be blocking as much sun as I can and windshield, you know. Everyone I've looked at, they're mounted up high. So now that I have the heavy duty freaking rivets, those extra mounts in the middle, and I'm going to mount this next one up high where the bolt, you know, and tighten it up where the bolts are up here instead of down here. And maybe that, literally that little half-inch, three-quarter-inch difference of holding the visor will quit it from vibrating or, you know, getting the wind whistle. Because I don't know if you've noticed, I normally tuck like rubber dodgeballs underneath the center of the visor. I also turned the brackets out, so the open gap is facing outward, whereas before I had them facing in. Regardless, I really don't think it'll make much of a difference where the holes line up. At least I hope not. I looked at Florida Finest Customs Instagram page, and I scrolled, and those guys probably put on more Cascadia visors than anyone, just because where they're located in their market. And they had the mounts like this. So we will see. Get this thing mounted and go for it. So like I mentioned, and like you see in the video, driver's side fender is missing. We got that mount fixed and replaced. So we're sitting here at least looking halfway decent with both of our fenders back on. They are in rough shape, but that's the price you pay for driving on these roads. Some new VNLs parked right up here. But another update, we did get the visor back on. It is solid as can be. We got our cute puppy. You probably can't see her because of the glare. But we do have the visor mounted back on and proper. and that thing has been staying steady. So pretty happy with remounting that. And then some new lights that I talk about. And here is our dash cam. Oh, is there a little film? Oh no, just a water spot. Dash cam blind spots in each of the in each of the blind spots off the mirror there. Utah rest areas are seriously unmatched. This is wild. I've been here before, actually. Obviously, I had that fence up so you get a little closer. This is gorgeous. Yeah, so we pulled in here last night. Excuse me. A little frog in my throat. Freaking gorgeous. Quiet. Slept like a rock. Time to go get loaded up. Oh, we got our paperwork. And we are all loaded up. And my goodness, I'm glad to have that freaking visor back on here. Let me pachow. Makes a world of difference on the looks of the truck. But did not have time to put my fender back on, the mount that broke. Here's what we loaded up. Tractor crates. Folded and stacked, heading back to Kubota in Georgia. Picking up here out of Utah. Gorgeous scenery all around. But gorgeous area here. So it took us a little longer to load up than expected, but not complaining. Had to get a sleeper split in, so time to hit it and get it. Alright, so here's the load. I have not filmed nothing at all this one. Picked this up out in Ephraim, Utah. These are tractor crates for Kubota that they ship them in on. Fold them down, stack them up, and send them back to Georgia where we're heading. And I unload and then run over 30 miles and reload with some Kubota tractors. It's not the best looking load, but doing a little pre-trip right now. Excuse me. Not the best looking load, but pays the bills. And we're here in Missouri, Kingdom City. Got ourselves a spot last night. But yeah, this is it. Pretty light load. 26,000 on the paperwork, and it's probably sitting about that. So we're making good time. No hold up, on any hills or anything. But I am catching the wind like crazy because how tall it is. And then it just being broken up, all the wind going in and doom, 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 slowing you down. Getting terrible fuel mileage, but such is life, right? I guess. I don't know. So I've been told with a mid-roof. So I got me some new lights. Hung them
off the mirror, I'll walk up and show you a little closer here. Just got to the delivery for these racks, but they are burning bright. I got them on hot. Lights up the side of the cab, front and back, and obviously we're dealing with a little overhead light. They're hella bright though. I think I might actually take them off full bright, but just so there's not so much burning amber, and they're also kind of a different color, which bums me out because they're the same brand as all my other lights. I definitely try and stick with the same brand. All right, we are here in Georgia, getting unloaded right now. Beautiful morning, but yeah, these are like the racks that I hauled all over here. They place tractors on them and ship them out. So then after we unload here in, what is this town? Looking at the paperwork. Gainesville, Georgia. Once we're out here in Gainesville, we roll down to Jefferson. We're picking up Kubota tractors that go on these things. Okay, so we got a load of Kubota. So we got a couple zero turns, a couple little side-by-sides, and a couple more zero turns. Straps over the crates. I did chains under here. And let's see, sorry, the highway's literally right there. So hopefully this will pop up. It's a little dark. I have those axle like fabric things. They've got like a 3,000 pound working load limit each. But anyway, I put those around the control arms, and then I just hook the hook to those. And then the hook is chain, 5/16 chain with a snap binder. Did that front and rear. The rear, I also put around the control arms, but wrapped the control arm with an old strap that I cut. You can see that there. So yep, those are chained. I did the same, and I only had 4 of those fabric deals that I just showed you. So I used them on the front, and then fabric wrapped the back again. So anyway, that's that. Strap. And then huge empty warehouse. So we took advantage of coming over here and taking a picture. Check this out. That's what I like to see. Semi-parking only. We're not worried about that guy though. Anyway, and just like that, then there was one. So we've made 3 deliveries. We're here at our 3rd. Just bumped it off. There was another zero turn on top of that one. And I've had a heck of a night and a day. I normally have a bracelet. Broke that. Where is it? Here in my pocket. Freaking broke my bracelet. Throwing these straps back under here. Since there's not 2, I just went ahead and ran the straps underneath on the bottom, because this unit is secured with these straps that they put a little ratchet on and, you know, tie up to anyway, the little 1-inch straps. There's 1 at each corner, so the zero turn is tied to the crate. The crate is attached to the deck with 2 straps. One can definitely hold it because how light these are, but because the length, let's just say we'll even start here. So 2 feet, 4 feet. Since we're over 4 feet, we're just gonna throw 2. But anyway, yeah, just finished our 3rd delivery. Gonna start heading towards Council Bluffs, where I think I'm gonna unload Monday, but I'm gonna call them, see if they won't take that tomorrow. It's a really nice day. It's like 75 degrees out, nice breeze, freaking gorgeous. But what isn't gorgeous is that missing fender. All right, so here's the location I unloaded there in that last section. That's the little dirt lot. But anyway, this was a town called Cahokia, Missouri. I took this highway to the west and then went north through a little town called Memphis, Missouri. But I wanted to show you guys this. I couldn't film it because I was driving by. I didn't have a quick reach on the GoPro or anything. But in Memphis, Missouri, this is so cool. I go to satellite imaging, and then I go to like a street view. Luckily, a Google car has ran through here.
But check this out. I love little small towns like this. Cute little small town, probably like population, I don't know, 1,000 or 2. But right here off the main street, there is this building with a car sticking out the front. It's like a, Doc Hudson type, what is that freaking, I don't know who makes the Hudson Hornet model, and I don't know if that's a Hudson Hornet. Anyway, I just thought it was freaking cool. Wanted to show you guys. So here's me showing some street view of this car sticking out the roof of the building. Cool antique store. Old red brick. I mean, this just like screams nostalgia, small town vibes, and yeah, there it is, freaking dope. There was a nice little trip. I went from Cahokia over to Memphis, Missouri, and then went north, and I shot up to Altoona, the casino. And on my way to Altoona, I drove by this, Pella Mansion, bed and breakfast. This building sticks out like a sore thumb. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous. Like the colors, the lines, the freaking detail. It just sticks out like it was like drawn. Here's a picture of it I got off Google, and here's a picture of it in the snow. The thing is gorgeous. If you've driven by it, you've seen it. But we made it up to the casino and horse track there in Altoona. Here's some scenes from inside. They have some celebrity guitars, good musician guitars. But we had a good time in Altoona. We being me, turned $40 into $200 at the electronic roulette table. But that's all for this video. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay loaded.